Today we're going to be doing something I haven't done in quite a while. We're going to be painting with gouache paints. Now, if you know a little bit, if you've been watching for a little while, or if you've paid any attention to my Instagram or whatever, you know that my paint of choice is gouache. But I was in a high when it came to painting with gouache. Back in 2021. I had a gray sketchbook and the gouache looked amazing on it. I loved using gouache on it. But for some reason, in December of that year, I kind of stopped using gouache. I don't know. I stopped. I just randomly stopped and never went back. I honestly don't have an explanation for this. I have no idea why I did stop, but I just wasn't feeling it. Maybe it has something to do with our blog and being unmotivated and maybe wanting something different from my skills. But today I decided I wanted to go back to my roots, so to speak, and paint a little bit with gouache. Now, a while back, like in 2021, I did a painting of hands in this tone paper. I think there were 3 hands. They were really fun, really nice. If you know me, I struggle a lot with hands and I despise feet. But when it comes to these bigger pieces of more like detailed feet drawings, I can do them relatively well. But when they're like connected to the body, it's kind of harder for me. So I thought that a good add-on to that painting of hands would be a painting of feet. I was going to do a bunch of studies, but I ended up just following this one reference. And because I really liked the shape of the feet, the way they were moving. And let me tell you, it was not easy at all to like do the whole sketching part. This is a lot when it comes to the toes. I struggle so bad with the toes, and especially the foot on the right. I had to redo those toes like 6 times. So it was a struggle, and I didn't film it. I was just chilling. I was sketching. I filmed a few clips, as you already seen, of the last finishing touches, just to like share a little bit with you guys, because I realized I didn't film anything, and I thought, well, why not like film just a little bit of the finishing touches and me redoing the foot on the left, because it was too long. And I had a lot of fun with the sketching, and then I went for the painting. I had to brace myself. It took me a few hours after finishing the sketching and going into the painting, because I hadn't done this in so long, and I was really nervous because I wasn't sure if I still had the skills that I needed to do this. You know, when you go a really long time without painting with a medium, it's always very daunting to then go back up and pick it up. And it was definitely something I was scared, and I started mixing the paints. They looked really dark, they looked really pink, and on top of all of this, I was trying a different technique. As you saw, like I started with a color, and then I'm filling in the blanks with another lighter color. Usually I would do a whole base color and then do these parts on top of that base color. But I decided I was just gonna paint the section with the color that they were meant to be, and try doing it that way, because I see a lot of people painting that way. They just do the section the color it's supposed to be, and it's like almost done. I kind of started like that. It didn't completely go that way, but it was fun to experiment, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep doing it, in the future, but it was a nice experiment, to be completely honest. But yeah, when I started painting, everything just fell into place. It's funny how like we can spend so long without using something, and when we go back to it, even after all the nervousness, all the anxiety, I just lost myself in painting, and I remember in the middle of it, especially like around this time that you're watching, I was like, fuck, okay, what now? What do I do now? This is not looking great. And I had to go and like think, okay, trust the process. You got this. It's gonna work on in the end. And if you have to paint for 3, 4, 5 hours to make this look good, you will. Just trust the process. Keep going. Dedicate as much time as you want to this. And I completely lost track of time after that. I kept adding details and putting the colors down and just working in the areas that I felt like. It was very intuitive, not very thought out, to be completely honest. I was just painting away, completely lost track of time. Um, and it was just, it felt so good. And it's so weird because I haven't had like the opportunity to paint, or I guess just the feeling of painting like this, in a medium that I like, and just something that makes me relax and not worry a lot. And I've missed it. I've completely 100% missed painting. Even though, like, this past year, I did paint with oils, like, a couple times, I think. And it was fun. Oils was fun. But it was a lot of stress because I don't know how to work with those. So it was like a lot of stress. And since with these I didn't have that, like I've already mastered them enough to feel comfortable with them. It was really nice to just, play around and just relax and chill. And that's definitely something I want to get back to. I think I've said this previously in other videos, but I struggled a lot with art block this past year, and it really altered the way I painted and drew and just did art in general. And I reached the end of 2022 without barely any paintings, barely any finished work. It was disappointing to reach the end of the year without having achieved any of my goals, or barely any of my goals. And this year I want to counteract that. I want to go back and to dedicate more time to painting as I used to. I am going to start a new sketchbook this month. I still haven't done it, okay? But I am going to. And I want to do more paintings on that sketchbook. I want to chill and paint just like I did today. And I also want to start going out and painting. I gotta make myself do that because that's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I definitely want to do that. I want to grab my paints and just go to a coffee shop and just paint. But I want to start dedicating more time to that because it motivates me so much. It feels so good. I'm so proud of what I do in the end. And yeah, I feel like it'll be also pretty good content. I don't know. It's content that I like to see anyways, so I think it'll be pretty nice. But it's definitely something that has to go back to my routine. And I think that's the thing, we start to lose certain aspects of our routine. And when we finally look back, it's been 6, 7, 8, 10 months, and we haven't painted a single time. And now what do we do? And I don't want that to happen again. I want painting to be part of my routine. It doesn't have to be every day. It doesn't have to be every week, but I want it part of my routine. It has to be at least a few times a month, just dedicate time to painting because I know it feels so good. I feel refreshed. I feel inspired, and I want to do more and more. And then add to that, digital art, sketches, different things. But definitely make this part of my routine because I've missed it so much and I love it so much. And I definitely want to, give it time in my schedule, so to speak, It's definitely something I've been missing. And I'm pretty proud, honestly, of how this thing came out. It looks really nice. I really played around with the texture of the brush to add a little bit of texture to the painting. And I really like how it turned out. You can see me add texture right now. And I really enjoy how it turned out. And I definitely have to start implementing that more. And I have to be better at skin tones because this is really pink and the reference was 0 pink. It was not even pink undertone. But it is what it is. I'm working with what I've got, and it'll be fine. But yeah, this was a little session I wanted to share with you guys, and remind you to make time for the things that you love doing and that maybe you've stopped doing for whatever which reason. Life got in the way, work got in the way, whatever it might have been. Make time for the things that you love and the things that feed your soul back into your schedule. I'm definitely gonna do that from now on, or I'm gonna strive to do that anyways. Because it will really make you feel better and it will help you be more motivated and happier. And just, we have to start, creating time in our schedules for the things that really make us happy and not just the things that we have to do, and the job that we have to get done. Anyways, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments and with a like. And I'll be seeing you in the next few videos. If there's anything you'd like to see from me, let me know. And I guess that's all. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. I'm everywhere. There's links down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.